In the last year or two, the landscape of Chinese startup has changed a lot with the calling from the central government. People all over China are starting or thinking about starting their own business. So including university students, including people from corporations, and there's so many new companies are being started. I think cooperation in the startup community plays a very important role. So how to help these young startup to grow fast? I think cooperation can come in and provide resources, channels, money, and branding, and that could help the startup grow fast, much faster than their natural, neutral way. So I personally believe large corporations in today's economy environment should really look at startups to generate new ideas, new products, and catch up the new trend. It's hard for large corporation to start innovation from inside. So startups from the outside would help much better for the large corporations. So this is something new, but it's becoming a trend. We invested into a startup doing delivery services, short distance delivery services for consumers. And then we met with a search engine company, which is the largest search engine company in China, Baidu. They were also looking for opportunities for online and offline, combined together. Was trying to find the connection point. So we proposed let's do a test to see if we can find the point. So we discussed with Baidu technical team, business people, and their corporate investment team, and come up with a framework of a test, which is to put the service on the search engine within like a one block in a very condensed area. So within a day of this test, we got 9,000 requests from consumer demanding delivery services. Baidu actually at that time invited 3 companies to do the service for the test, and 2 of them failed because the volume, the demand was so high. Only 1 company that we invested was successful, but however, they only delivered only 10%, which is 900 deliveries on that day. But this is an example. This opportunity did not exist. We discovered together with the corporate VC team and also together with our startup team. So this is a very typical example for a corporate VC, a angel investor VC, and a startup come together, work together, and find out a real business opportunity. In China these days, the driving force behind the economy is the government. Even in the all type of industries, large state-owned companies are still very, very powerful and strong. So to move around, you really have to rely on the government. Only they have the power to move around all the resources, not the private sector. Private sector is still growing. So the government these days are very open-minded. They're very much looking forward to finding the next growth engine. So innovation, startup, pulling in the resources from large corporations is sort of key role of the government. In Minhang district, which iStart is currently located, we got capital from the government. We got access to the local-based multinationals and big state-owned enterprises, even universities, research institutions. So the startup in our incubator, whenever they need some high-end facility for testing certain products, instead of buying these equipment, we ask help from the government to get access to, state-owned companies or state-owned institutions to use them for free, which is an example of how to leverage the government's resources and power. I think it's a good time for all the party, sit together to talk. In China these days, there are a lot of conferences. Big conference, it's more or less one way, sort of broadcasting from speakers to audiences. And these events in the last 2 days is a combination of conference together with workshop. I personally really like the workshop. It's very interactive. Everybody had a chance to talk with each other, know each other, and talk in depth and discuss in depth. And they also raise a lot new questions. So I think the interaction is good, and also diversity of participants from different backgrounds, from different industry, different corporation, startup, and mature corporate VC, and new VC coming to the market. So I think this is a very diversified group of people, and we give them a chance to talk to each other, learn from each other, and hopefully they can come up with something new. I think this is very, very interesting event in China. Personally, I've never seen this before, and I've done this twice with Andrew, and I really appreciate it.